What if helping the wrong person is the very thing that's holding you back from becoming your best self? Could Stoic wisdom reveal why some people drain your energy while others ignite your strength? Stay until the end and subscribe, because knowing who not to help might be the key to preserving your peace and purpose. 7 types of people you should not help. There are moments in life when we must confront a hard truth. Not everyone can or should be helped. The Stoics taught us to extend our hands wisely, not recklessly. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminds, "Just you have power over your mind, not outside events, realize this, and you will find strength to protect our strength and remain grounded in our principles." We must discern whom to aid for in helping the wrong people. We risk dragging ourselves into chaos and undermining the very fortitude we strive to cultivate. Here are 7 types of people who, according to Stoic wisdom, are beyond your help unless they first choose to help themselves. 1. The willfully ignorant. These are the individuals who refuse to see the truth, even when it stands glaring before them. They cling to illusion as rejecting reason as though it were an enemy. Seneca warned against wasting energy on those who cannot value wisdom. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. We cannot pour knowledge into a closed vessel. Those who shun learning, who mock self-discipline and scorn self-reflection, will only squander your efforts. True change must come from within. The willfully ignorant do not lack information. They lack the courage to confront themselves. Helping such a person is like trying to build a ship with rotten wood. It will sink before it ever sails. 2. The relentlessly entitled. Entitlement is a destructive emotion disguised as need. The relentlessly entitled believe they are owed the efforts of others, yet they offer no effort of their own. Epictetus, the slave who became a philosopher, saw this clearly. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. When we enable the entitled, we feed their illusions of dependence. We teach them to lean on crutches instead of learning to stand. Stoicism demands self-reliance, for that is where freedom begins. If someone will not take responsibility for their life, your help will only deepen their chains. Ask yourself, are you aiding them or are you enabling their weakness? There is a difference and the stakes are high. 3. The destructive. Some people carry chaos wherever they go. They are not lost souls seeking direction. They are tempests tearing down all they touch. Seneca cautioned us against tying ourselves to those who bring only ruin. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The destructive do not seek growth. They seek to spread their own turmoil. Their problems are not challenges. They are weapons. To help such a person is to invite their storm into your life. Stoicism teaches us to guard our tranquility, for it is the foundation of virtue. Letting someone unravel your peace is not noble. It is foolish. If a drowning man refuses to let go of the stone pulling him under, you must let him sink. 4. The perpetually indecisive. There are those who stand at the crossroads of life, but refuse to take a step. Their lives are a cycle of hesitation, doubt, and inaction. They seek advice endlessly, not to act upon it, but to avoid the discomfort of decision-making. As Seneca observed, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. The perpetual indecisive drain your energy with their endless deliberation, yet they fear the consequences of action more than the stagnation of inaction. Stoicism teaches us that the ultimate power lies in our ability to choose and act, an ability the indecisive willingly surrender. Helping such people often means becoming ensnared in their web of doubt, caught in a vortex of questions without answers, until they must the courage to take responsibility for their choices. Your guidance will be futile. To act decisively is to live to hesitate, perpetually is to waste the gift of time. As Marcus Aurelius warned, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Helping the indecisive when they refuse to help themselves is to squander the precious moments you have to fulfill your own purpose. 5. The chronically dishonest among the most dangerous people to help are those who weave deception into the fabric of their lives. The chronically dishonest not only lie to others but also to themselves. They manipulate trust, distort reality, and poison the relationships around them. As Epicurus taught, what else does reason demand of us? Nothing other than to live in agreement with nature and with each other. Dishonesty, then, is a direct rebellion against reason and nature. When you help the dishonest, you become complicit in their falsehoods. Even the most virtuous intentions cannot thrive in a foundation of lies. Stoicism is a philosophy of truth. Truth about the self, the world, and the challenges we face. To engage with dishonesty is to stray from this path and risk losing sight of what is real and meaningful. You cannot teach integrity to someone who refuses to see the value in it. Their deceit will erode your peace and compromise your values. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes deedy with the color of its thoughts. Surround yourself with the truthful, for their influence strengthens your character. Helping the dishonest does not reform them, it only deepens their falsehoods to uphold your integrity. Walk away from those who will not walk in truth. 6. The emotionally addictive. Some people seek help not for growth, but for attention and validation. These are the emotionally addictive individuals, those who thrive on creating crisis and pulling others into their endless turmoil. They turn every minor inconvenience into a catastrophe, expecting you to shoulder their burdens while they make no effort to stand on their own. The Stoics warned against becoming entangled in the emotional storms of others. Marcus Aurelius advised you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When we allow the emotionally addictive to consume our energy, we lose sight of this inner power. We become reactive instead of grounded, their chaos pulling us away from reason and tranquility. Helping these individuals often means feeding their dependency rather than inspiring their growth. They do not seek solutions. They seek saviors, but a savior cannot save someone who refuses to take responsibility for their emotions. To assist them is to sacrifice your peace for a fleeting sense of control over their chaos, an illusion at best. Stoicism calls us to compassion tempered by wisdom. As Seneca wrote, no man can have a peaceful life who thinks too much about lengthening it or believes that he can avoid the natural course of things. Protect your tranquility by recognizing when someone's emotional patterns are a drain on your fortitude. Be kind, but do not let their storms uproot your stability. Helping the emotionally addictive is not kindness, it is self-sabotage. True help requires boundaries and the strength to walk away when someone refuses to do their part in healing. 7. The resentful are those who view life through a lens of bitterness, blaming others for their circumstances while refusing to take ownership of their choices. No matter how much help you offer, they will twist it into fuel for their grievances. They see kindness as obligation and generosity as weakness, often repaying help with ingratitude or even hostility. Epicurus warned us about attaching ourselves to those consumed by negativity. Do not try to seem wise to others if you want to improve. Be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The resentful resist wisdom because their identity is tied to their suffering. To help them is to engage in a battle you cannot win. As their resentment blinds them to the value of your efforts, these individuals turn their anger outward, blaming circumstances, people, or fate itself. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and release what is not. But the resentful live in the opposite reality, clinging to their grievances as if they were treasures. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Tone gauge with their resentment risks tainting your own character. Helping the resentful will only drain your energy and invite unnecessary conflict instead. Preserve your inner peace by walking away. Offer wisdom if they seek it genuinely, but do not stay where bitterness reigns. It is better to spend your efforts on those who seek growth, not those who nurture grudges. The Stoic response: does this mean we abandon compassion? Stoicism does not call for apathy, but clarity. We are to act with kindness, but also with discernment. Marcus Aurelius urged us to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Help those who show even the smallest spark of willingness to change. But know when your efforts are being wasted. The Stoic path is one of self-control and fortitude. The Stoic response: does this mean we abandon compassion? Stoicism does not call for apathy but clarity. We are to act with kindness but also with discernment. Marcus Aurelius urged us to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Help those who show even the smallest spark of willingness to change, but know when your efforts are being wasted. The Stoic path is one of self-control and fortitude. Overcoming destructive emotions is not just a private battle. It is the way we protect our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world. The time and energy you waste on the willfully ignorant, the relentlessly entitled, and the destructive are resources you could use to build something great within yourself and for others who are ready to rise. So we must stand firm. Let us be like the oak tree that bends but does not break, rooted in wisdom and guided by reason. We do not throw our strength into the wind, we channel it with purpose, because in the end, as Epic has said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Help only those who are willing to help themselves, and in doing so, preserve your strength, your tranquility, and your purpose. This is not harshness. This is clarity. This is strength. This is Stoicism. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic Flame Daily for more wisdom to guide your journey. If this message resonated with you, don't just walk away. Subscribe to Stoic Flame Daily. Learn to protect your energy, embrace inner clarity, and live with unshakable purpose. Your journey to Stoic strength begins here. Thank you.